In today's adventure, we are in Lakeway, Texas, here at High Five. And this place has bowling, it's got arcade, it's got Topgolf swing suites, and an elevated food menu. Let's go check it out.
And when I say elevated food menu, I'm not just saying that. The food I got to try was incredible, but more on that later. Oh, and one more thing. As if there wasn't already enough fun things to do here to keep you busy for an entire day, the team here at High Five recently started High Five Labs, a project where they are internally building their own games and experiences, starting with a realistic race car simulator. And if that wasn't enough innovation for you, they also have an automated hand washing station. We're really living in the future here. And none of this would be possible if it weren't for managing partners Carrie and Brad Little, who sat down with me to discuss everything High Five.
Thank you so much for having us here at High Five. What is this place?
So High Five is a mall of entertainment. We have 2 stories here in Lakeway. We have bowling, we have axes, we have a full arcade, scratch kitchen and cocktails, and we have laser tag, and we have a new project called High Five Labs.
Something to do with the racing simulator over there. We'll get to that in a second because I'm excited for that. I don't think it's operating yet, but it will when it is. It's going to be awesome. Who are you catering to here with this facility?
We've had big events here where they had black ties on. We are a community facility for whatever group wants to come and have not only maybe a meeting, but also a meeting and some fun.
Food and drink. I know we're going to talk with the man behind the kitchen in a little bit, but is a core component of all of this. What kind of items can we expect to see in a place like this?
It's an elevated level of comfort food. For our events and then the catering that we do, we even elevated a step further, and we can cater anything from prime rib down to hot dogs, anything in between.
One of the things I saw is we have a Public Employee of the Month board. I love that. And I'm curious, what does someone have to do, or what exemplifies somebody to get on that board?
We have what we call the High Five way, which is the way we do things. So every month the managers are looking to who on the team exemplified that for whatever reason or reasons. In the past month, they did something above and beyond their job. They stepped in to help somebody out. They made an experience for a family extra special. So that's a recognition award, and we want everybody to know these people did the standard of High Five and gave somebody the High Five way experience. So we want to recognize them publicly.
And the name High Five, is there any sort of meaning behind that, or how did that name come to be?
So the Emily's in their best to tell this story, but we'll do our best for them. They were playing with the different names, and finally Jenny just said, the universal celebration is the High Five. Scott was like, you're right. And so to make a long story short, they agreed that phrase and that term represented people do that when they're celebrating a victory or celebrating a good time. It goes hand in hand with good vibes. Good times.
How many total locations are there?
Right now there are 2.
2.
We're building in Mansfield. We're going to break ground after the first of the year. And then in Allen.
We're building one in Jinx, Oklahoma. And then we're building one in Estero, Florida.
High Five Labs. Talk to me about that.
It's our effort to experiment. So we typically, like everybody else in this industry, you buy your games from the gaming vendors, and they're great. We love dealing with them. We have a great relationship with all of them. Thought process was, what if we made and created our own games based on what we think would be popular with our guests? Maybe it's something they told us they'd like to see. So our first rendition of that will be the racing simulator game that we've had customers express interest in. So our director of IT and actually director of facility is taking a month or 2 to put this together. It's out on the floor, as you've seen. We got to play with it this morning. It's a real live simulator. You will feel
it's hard.
You will feel the steering wheel take control of you, because it's as if you're in that vehicle racing that course. It will be not enjoyed probably by everybody. But for those who love the racing simulation experience, or those that want to or try it out, they're going to have a blast, because you're in a Formula One vehicle or a Miata experience or a Lamborghini experience, and you're coasting, and when it says go, you better be ready for the experience, because you're experiencing the car. It's not just, I'm just driving, you're in the car.
And it's just the first of many for the High Five Labs.
At the time of filming, it was about a week out before opening this first project from High Five Labs to the public, but I asked really nicely, and they were able to offer me an early preview.
2 people or 4 or 3 can race together with headsets, who can talk to each other, or 4 people can get in there and have an individual experience racing a Mazda, a Miata, a Ferrari, whatever they select. If it's you versus the machine, you're racing AI drivers, and so the skill level is high. We put it on low skill level because we want everybody to enjoy it. But once the game kicks in, like you go your practice lap, the car takes over. You have to drive the car. It's not just steering it now. You better hold on. You're blazing down a trail. You got to pay attention. You got to be ready to hit the brake.
And the graphics from the few things that we can see look really nice.
Taking off real courses. So it's like the golf simulator games. You're playing whatever course.
Given how popular Formula One has become and how Austin has become a race destination in fairly recent years, I asked if that was a factor in building this out.
Coincidentally convenient.
Okay.
I mean, this was already in process when we were like, Formula One's coming to Austin. So it just kind of worked together really well.
Yeah.
This was an old VR game. Honestly, you couldn't get parts for anymore. So we salvaged what we could from it, added to it, bought some other equipment, and it created this racing simulator.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
It looks much better than I ever envisioned, honestly. I'm super proud of the team. And what they put together.
Even though I got an early preview version of this game, I definitely felt like I got the full experience. This is a true racing simulator, and while it wasn't easy, it was a lot of fun trying to improve. It really did feel like you were in control of a vehicle out on the course. Driving that car worked up an appetite, but before we can dive into the food, we need to wash our hands first.
At a place called High Five, you gotta have clean hands. So they have a fully automated hand washing system. Let's check it out. All right, something's spinning around, my hands are wet. He told me I wouldn't lose my hands in this process, which is great.
Not gonna lie, I was a little hesitant to use this, but it actually worked great.
Honestly, that was a lot more fun than regular washing hands.
Let's take a quick break to tell you about a partner that makes these videos possible.
We got Rhode Island Novelty here, big partner of ours, which we can't thank you enough for. 30 seconds or less. Someone has never heard of Rhode Island Novelty. Elevator pitch, what are you?
We're the leading prize provider in the redemption and amusement industry. Lowest pricing, best product, great performance. Check us out so we can help you step up your game.
And fantastic service on all of that.
On the way back to the kitchen, I got lost for a minute and stumbled upon one of their large event spaces and decided to get a few thoughts off my chest.
Today, I'll be talking to you all about the business of fun. If you don't have fun, you won't be happy. So why don't you have fun? The choice is yours, but only you can make that choice. So get up, go out, go somewhere where you can ride a go-kart, swing a golf club, and eat some pizza.
My name is Nate, and I approve this message. And do you know what else I approve of? The food and drink selection here at High Five. I can describe it to you, but the mastermind behind it all, Sisto Perez, can do a much better job at that than I can.
Now we are here with Sisto, who is the food and beverage director here at High Five, with quite the incredible display of food and drink here. I would love to hear kind of what, I guess, your overall food philosophy, and then we can kind of go into each of these items individually.
All the details that go into the food, and we want to make sure that the guests, when they taste the food, they're like, wow, I came here to bowl and I came here to play games and have a good time. I didn't expect the food to be this high quality, and I think that's where I come from in the kitchen.
Walk me through, I know you kind of talked about some of them, but what do we have on the table here?
Okay, so this is our butcher pizza. Man, it took me a long time to source some good mozzarella. We got salami, you got ham, you got large pepperoni. I like the large pepperoni, you get a lot more surface area. We make the dough in-house as well. We like our pizzas to be kind of charred, crispy when they come out of the oven. We definitely don't want it to look like store-bought pizza for sure. Here we have our McDowell. Obviously, I think it's funny coming to America. I always thought that was funny with the McDowells and stuff. This burger's kind of followed me around of all the places I've worked at. I always make a McDowell. We have the French fries. that we make in-house as well. We soak them, fry them, and then we have these onion rings too. We do a really nice Cajun batter. It's a wet and a dry batter. That's why you get those little crispy flakes on the outside. So we do a really nice light beer batter on them, and then we hit them with flour right afterwards. The seasoned flour is really robust. A lot of different seasonings in there, a lot of different herbs in there as well. Then we have our tangy barbecue sauce that we make in-house as well. Good amount of vinegar, chili powder in there too. I like that to really pop. Get your lips kind of puckered up when you taste it. And then we do a fresh ranch in here. I mean, you have to have a good ranch if you're gonna have ranch on the menu.
100%.
I like a nice kind of thinner ranch, not too thick. Here we do a homemade salsa verde. It looks as spicy as it is. So it's nice and green. It's pretty much all jalapenos, a little bit of onion, garlic, real simple, lime juice, puree, little cilantro. And then we do these nice salsa roja. Well, so we have this really super hot pizza oven. We take plum tomatoes, we char them in there, we char the onions, we char the jalapenos, a lot of lime juice, a lot of cilantro, a lot of garlic, a lot of salt, pepper. A lot of love. And then here with the al pastor, we make that with the achiote paste. And then basically we take pork butt, marinate that. There's a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there, lime juice, orange juice, lemon juice, lime juice, cilantro, salt, pepper, and we marinate that as well. Pickled onions. I kind of stole the recipe from Bobby Flay on the pickled onions. I like it. It's a real simple recipe, but I like it. It's like kind of a sweet and savory onion. And then we do the queso right here. It's a white queso. I like a nice white, clean queso. I feel like the yellow quesos taste a little bit more, how do you say it, like manufactured, you know? So I like a nice, good, high-end white cheese. And then we do fresh guacamole with avocados, fresh lime juice, jalapeno. I don't like to put like chunks of onion in there. We do put onion in there, but we kind of puree it in there so you don't get that bite. And then same thing with the salsa over there. Chips, we got about 4 different seasonings.
These are amazing.
Yeah, man. I went for like a limey kind of Dorito flavor when I made the seasoning for that. I hate like a really bland chip because otherwise are you just tasting like cheese. Yeah. So like I said, you know, we and also we do our old fashioned. If you zoom in on there, you might see it, but we kind of we do like a 5 press into the ice. We use like a copper press. It might have melted, but every ice cube when you get an old fashioned comes with a 5 on the ice cube.
Oh, cool.
That from the copper press that we use, and then again, it's our house margarita. These 2 are our top sellers here.
Do you have other people, or maybe one person in particular, that you've seen as a heavy influence on the art that you've created?
Couple people. One person in the front of the house, and then one person in the back of the house. In the back of the house, for me, it would be Miguel Saucedo. He is the director, I believe, for North Italia right now. He always pushed me in the kitchen. Nothing was ever good enough. And I thrive in that kind of environment, honestly. It can be frustrating at times, but I thrive in an environment. And then in the front of the house, it would have to be David Freeman. He always had a poker face, very intelligent. He kind of taught me how to present myself, how to talk to the guests, and how to run a tight ship, man. At Perry Steakhouse, we worked together on Congress. He ran one of the most cleanest facilities that I ever worked at. Every night, if he was a closer, although he was at the top level, he would spend extra time checking every light bulb, checking every table, checking every chair. And so I'm really thankful that a couple of those people really were in my lives at an early time to kind of help mold me and help develop me. So yeah.
From the arcade games and bowling to the Topgolf swing suites, axe throwing, delicious food, and more, High Five is a great place to spend a few hours, and you won't regret your visit the next time you're in the area.
So that was High Five. Get it? I'm sorry, that was bad. I have to get going on though, so I will see you at the next spot.